Do you become a different person when you are around certain people? Do you change your personality, even if it's not intentionally asked for you to change personality, but you feel like you have to, or just something comes over you? Hey, I'm Liz. I'm homeschool mum from Melbourne, Australia. And in tonight's episode, I'm asking the question, who are you? How do you act? Thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get more episodes from me where I dive in, especially on Monday nights. I'm asking the hard questions. Who are you? How do you act around certain people? So this question comes because I really want to work on my self-belief and know that it's okay if I don't want to do that certain thing. And it's not because I'm totally against it. Well, sometimes I can be totally against something, but that's for another day. But it's just because that's not the way I want to be. But then I feel like when I am around those certain people, then a voice in my head turns around and says, well, maybe they're right, maybe you're doing everything wrong, and you really need to start behaving like them. And this comes as from my parents' perspective as well. So, but I'm going to talk not just about my parenting style or parenting style in general for you guys, but also in regards to how you behave if you're out with friends or family, or yeah. Let me just get comfortable and we'll get into it. All right, so when I am with certain people, let's talk about parenting. Background about me. As a parent, I try always my best. Gentle parenting doesn't work all the time, okay? But when I'm by myself with my child, with my son, and I'm not around anyone, I don't feel like there's people who are going to judge me, or I don't feel like there is that whole like, oh my gosh, what are they going to think of me? I'm in the zone, I'm in zen, whatever you want to call it, and I can talk and I can say, okay, I know how you're feeling. I can validate feelings. I can say, but this is not what we do. This is what we do. I can give consequences. I can, everything. But then when certain people come in, I feel like I have to be like, oh, no, I'm not being strong enough and it's been told. Where I've had someone come up to me and say, well, I wouldn't allow that and you need to do this. And so then I feel like, oh, maybe you're right and I have to, yeah. And I'm like, then I go home and I'm like, why? Like, why did I raise my voice? Why did I follow what that person said? That's not me. I am not that type of parent. They want a parent like that. That's fine. But why did I behave like that? But it's not just now as a parent. It's even when I was younger. Like, I went to the park today, and another thing, like, going to the park because I felt like I haven't, my son hasn't seen his friends for a while because we haven't had the car, but we walked down to the park and we met up with some friends, or our friend, his like little best friend, and we had a play, and me and his mom were talking, and we were saying how, back when we were younger, like in our 20s, we would have had to behave differently. We felt like we had to like act different. Like, I worked in childcare and, we're all professional at work, but like, when we were out, we had fun, like, 20s and stuff. But I also grew up in a Catholic family and very, go by the rules and be good. And so when I was out with the girls, they'd like drink and we'd like, have fun and stuff. And like I'd be drinking and then I'd be like, I don't want to do this all the time. And then it just kind of being like, but I have to act this way because if I don't, I'm going to be the loser. I'm going to be, yeah. So, yeah, I just want to know, like, is that something that you guys feel? And maybe it's not intentional. Maybe it's, you know, you don't realize that it's happening. And then all of a sudden you go home and be like, what the heck? Why did I do that? Like, why did I like let them influence the way I think? And I know there's some of you on here that are gonna say like, well, no, I'm strong within my personality. If I say no, I'll say no, and if I say, and yeah, like that's amazing because that's the way I want to be and everything. And I'm slowly trying to get into that thing. And I sometimes, like, I think it's good that, for example, if I don't feel comfortable, even if I have, you know, allowed that person to, and it's not them doing it intentionally, it's not them like making me do it, but it's just me just doing it, then I will the next time see them, I'll say like, hey, look, I know I followed what, you know, you were doing, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. And so, which is a good thing. But I really need to work on that and not doubting my choices. So, and yeah, that's another thing that's happening right now. So, yeah. Anyways, I'm not going to keep this video too long. I just want to know, is there something that you do or something you've done, and how did you work on it, and what did you do? And I think I'm going to end this video by asking the question as well. Do you act differently? Are you a different person around certain people? But then do you question, like, am I making the right choices? Like, that cool, the question of me homeschooling every day comes into my mind. And then I say to myself, well, they talk about social skills. And then I'm trying to then justify. I'm like, I'm not going to socialize this. Like today we were out and he was fine. He was so confident. And I said to my friend, oh my gosh, you know, ever since we met, because we met through our homeschool group, and it's so funny because we actually worked for the same company, just different areas. How cool is that? But, you know, my son would never go down tunnel slides. And now he goes down tunnel slides because he follows his friend. And she was saying her child follows him because he would be afraid to go climbing, you know, up on the higher things. So they encourage each other, and he's talking and he's doing everything. And then I think, well, heck no, he's socializing. But then we go somewhere and then I get people talking like, oh, you know, our child goes to school and blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, maybe I should send him to school. Like, oh, blah. And then it comes to like behavior as well. Like, for example, if, oh, yeah, that's another thing. Sorry, before I say goodbye and finish this episode, when I'm with a certain person, because growing up, the way that they parented me, says one of my friends, they will now, as grandparents, turn around and be like, oh, he's just being, you know, not behaving, and, you know, you need to do something, and then, you know, be more stern. And I'm like, okay, so I start yelling, and then I'm like, and then they'll turn around and say like, oh, why are you yelling? I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, oh my gosh, what do you want from me? Anyways, so that's my question for tonight. Sorry if I'm babbling on. I need to get this catalogs done as well. Packed because I didn't do it yesterday. If you watch my Sunday thing, because I was really busy. And I need to also make the episode of why I'm homeschooling. Even though I get people saying, oh, do you think that's the right choice? And I'm like, oh my gosh, am I doubting myself? Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go, guys. Thank you for watching and thank you for listening. Bye. Take care.